Well, hello there, YouTube. Once again, a crazy foggy morning. It is 31 degrees out here at the moment. I think our low was 30, so we're hovering right around the lows. But yeah, fog sure makes it quiet. Listen to just silence out here. No log trucks going up and down the road. That's the big thing. That gum log trucks. I heard some sound like a log cutting project going on somewhere. Was that yesterday morning? I could hear the machinery out there. I didn't hear it this morning. I'm sure if I drive up the road, I'll find something. Whenever you can find a clear day to go for a motorcycle ride. But it's supposed to clear off and be sunny. That's here for Toledo. I imagine it's always seems to be nicer in Vancouver. So like yesterday, it was 47 degrees and went for a test ride. Never would have predicted that when I left here yesterday morning. But that's how things work out. Anyway, gonna roll. Y'all come on along. 37 degrees and very sunny. I think it was around 37 yesterday, or was it warmer? I don't remember.
I don't know, but it's very cold.
Yeah, cold.
Nice, at least you can see the sun here.
Yeah.
And it shines on you.
Yeah.
Makes you feel warm.
Halfway here, it was just a fog. Oh, it was actually longer than that.
Yeah. Yeah, it is deep.
Yeah, past the casino up there,
yeah,
it was still
which
foggy.
you couldn't even see the casino.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was, yeah. So just recently the sun
like
popped out.
Ridgefield, I think.
Yeah. Well, Mom,
Yes, I hope.
we made it Tuesday.
We did.
Heck yeah.
Just one more.
Got a ways. All right. Have yourself a wonderful Tuesday, and I'll see you as the day goes on.
All right.
All right. Love you. See you. Bye.
I love you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, mercy. What a mess. ACS pump on the Spyder. Got the old one out. You gotta do some digging to get him out. It's a bit of work. But here's the old one, just simply not functioning. Remember, I took that one apart. This one's just not running at all. You know, that one that became dislodged. You hear it running, but it wasn't circulating the pump. It was disconnected. In fact, I still have that in a box over there. If you want to see some. Remember, it came. I took it all apart, and the thing just came apart. Just a little push rod and a piston and all that kind of good jazz. That's all the internal parts of one of those. I'm not taking this one apart because it's just not functioning. Something electrically went wrong with it, and I verified that it's getting power to the pump, which is the plug-in. Oh, point the camera. Plug-in for it there. So it's everything's going to it. It just ain't functioning. That makes for a less than pleasant ride when that airbag doesn't fill up for you. She's all empty now. I let all the air out before I've done that before. You release one of those airlines and there was still some air in there because they'll manually, and I will too, just a test ride, I'll manually pump it up and ride it and forget that dadgum thing is full air. It'll startle you, but good. This is the evap canister. That's the same canister BRP's been using since the very first one in 08. Exactly the same one. I don't think that part number's ever changed. If it works, don't break it. They're sitting here now. They sit in here, but it kind of gets in the way of that cover and me getting to the pump, so I move it. That's a lot of screws coming off to get to one of these. You ever wonder what it looks like underneath your trunk? I just put a Spyder tire down and cover it up with a nice chop cloth. Have somebody help you, just pick it up, flop it on there. There's what the brake recall spring looks like. That's the brake light switch. It's the updated one. Obviously this one came with it, but updated one with the fine threads. and the assisted spring that helps make sure that it retracts when it should. They all come that way now. So anyway, let's get you. Oh, I got a CRF300 rally I need to ride once it warms up a little bit. It's like 44 out there now. Even though it looks beautiful in sunshine, the temperature ain't there. But take that for a ride. I don't know the exact details, but it was overfilled with oil while on a trip. Not the customer's doing. And didn't realize it and drove the thing, geez, I think from Texas to here that way. And now it's making an odd noise. And I think we got a Honda certified guy up there that's looking at it. He thinks it has it resolved, and customer wrote it and says it's still there, some noise. So I know a little bit about how to get it to make the noise. I just need to get out there and ride it and see what I hear, if there's something unusual. And so we'll see. Take y'all along. Shiny new pump installed. The coupler on the pump side was actually broken. The part that clips into the frame. And then while I was pulling the wires out to put the old coupler back on so, it would work, the thing just started falling apart in pieces in my hand. It somehow or another got crushed at the factory or something, wherever these things are built. That's how they bolt in. And the reason you gotta, you can, pull the side panels off. You can look inside here and you can, mess with the airlines and stuff like that. And you can get to the plug over here, to verify, voltage. There's some tests and stuff you do. And, but you can't get the pump out because that plastic piece cradles that pump in a way you can't get your hand in there to take the bolts out. And it rolls around there. It's like a splash guard for the R9T that just left here. That's cool. And yeah, it'd be cool to see his reaction. That thing looks good. That's always nice to, you have something done like new tires put on your car and they come rolling out. You get to see the new tires. That's about the only thing that ever gets done to a vehicle of mine. Everything else is done at the house. Do my own. But anyway, let's get her back together. Starting to kick up. What's the temperature now? Where are we here? 47. That's what it was yesterday when I was riding. But I think I need to, get some speed in it or something. I don't know what I'm going to wear. Something warmer. Go borrow a coat or something upstairs. All I wore was a vest today. But anyway, so this is what she looks like all assembled, minus the trunk assembly. There's your evap canister. It's clipped to the frame. If you ever see in your service schedule, it says the evap pre-filter. That's this filter that gets replaced. It's tricky to get to because the left saddlebag covers that. It's really hard to get to these two screws, but you can get a little bit in there and you can get it out. But as you can see, you have no access to the pump. You can't even get to the bolts. You can unclip these two pins and push it down. It's too hard to get to it. You can see the bolts, the clamp bolts down there. It's just take the trunk off. You're not gonna, because the trunk is too far in the way. But you got to get this cover out of the way. And then once you have that off, like I say, a few things to unplug. You got a couple of push pins, and then it clips into place in the back. And that's it. And then once it's all together, that's just a splash shield, kind of like we put on that BMW yesterday. It comes from the factory that way. Spyders. All right. Now, 1 million pieces to put back together. That's a lot of parts. Alrighty. Little TikTok today. The CRF300 Rally. Well, she looks Looks awfully tall. The suspension will sink when I sit on it. Uh-oh, he's missing one of his little rhubarb. Oh, that's a strange throttle. Why does the brake not? Ooh, it's got a zip tie on it. Well, if I have a panic stop, I will. Why is there some smear stuff on there? That's kind of weird. Huh. If I have a panic stop, I'll I'll overpower that zip tie. Feel for the clutch here right quick. So let's go cruise around and see what kind of trouble we can get into. I ain't looking for no trouble. I'm just messing with you. Trying to think which way I want to go here. Kind of my normal route, but a little different too. These 300s are so nice. Yeehaw, sunshine. So I decided to go now. It's almost 2:30. Decided to go ahead and go because it's 49 degrees, and that's supposed to be the peak for the day. Get a feel for this. Feel for that brake. Make sure I'm okay with that. 49. 2 degrees warmer than yesterday. Look at this. What a rarity to catch this thing green. Looking for this is one of them dadgum Hondas with with a turn signal where the horn should be. It's weird. Oh, we're all froze up again. Pardon me if I pause a little bit. I'm trying to listen for anything weird as I'm riding along here. Little Wiener Schnitzel. Yeah, she's more froze up today than she was yesterday. Yeah, I don't think anything is thawed out here. It just got added to. The fog was all down in our area, or up as it may be. Thing I hear is kind of that I don't know if it's like piston slap or a crank slapping sound. It sounds like a, you know, the KLR 650s. They just always have kind of a loose sound, but it's been a while since I've ridden one of these. It's not doing anything under power. It seems like when you get in a certain throttle position, you can kind of hear it. Like when you're just off and roll back on. It doesn't seem unusual to me, though. These a little single cylinder, and they will cackle a little bit. Man, if I knew you were gonna go that slow, I'd have gone and jumped out. It's a really cool customer. I've done a lot of work on his BMW. You know, I think the speed limit through there is like 25 or something. Right in that spot that I was popping out of. But these 300 sure are just typical Honda. Just like everything nice. Everything smooth, nice. They live forever. Good old gals. This Rally, she's got some suspension on this thing. There's a little frost on the road right in there. It's crazy that it's 49 degrees out here. Of course, I gained a lot of elevation back there. It's 49 degrees out here and there's frost on the road with the sun out. Probably shouldn't have taken such a long route, but I just want to ride her a bit and see if I see anything unusual. Wish I had another one that I could jump on and take a quick ride on to compare them. I mean, I've ridden a lot of these, but it's been a while. I almost went for that horn. Luckily, the button has a strange shape under my thumb, and I go, that don't seem right. I don't like that zip tie on that throttle lock thing at all. That thing is downright sketchy. That's a whole lot of power grid stuff in there. That's some scary, scary electricity. How'd you guys like when I went under those power lines? That's the same power lines that run, that goes all the way across through there. I've ridden up on the mountains there behind, you know, Toledo, Vader, all them places out there. And, that's not the same ones, but when I went underneath those things, it's done that when I was up there riding in the mountains, you know, how the trails going through the power lines. It's done that to the cameras before. But, man, that was substantial when I went under those things when I was coming back from Harbor Freight on Saturday. Freaked my camera out. Went under one main one, and it did it again under the second headset. I remember we used to go riding in the what was the power? No, I think it actually was those power lines. It was back in the I guess that was the 80s. And we would stop it. There's this hill, I forget what it's called, Yamaha Hill, or I think there's other names for it. Some that probably not the best to say if the little kiddies are watching this thing. But yeah, this bridge is a little creepy. It's got to be real smooth. Don't do anything abrupt. A lot of these people might be taking a ride up here, so I'll slip on into this lane. But we'd sit up there and, you know, taking a break, looking out over that big mountain thing, and you could hear that thing. You could just hear the power in those things. There's that one spot I can get, like, right there. But, I mean, it's just a sound. It doesn't seem unusual to me. But not having another one to ride, I don't know. I wouldn't, if I wasn't riding it and thinking about it, I would ride it and never think about it. You know, it's kind of one of those sounds. It's not doing anything that would draw my attention. You know, if you were, you can't say this to the customer, but if you're worried about them noise, let me take my Himalayan around the block a few times. I think it's just, there's just noises going on all over the place. But everyone you hear, everyone you ride, they all sound the same and live forever and turn into something good to eat. It's just certain engines make sounds. You just don't worry about it. Might not be pleasing to you. This guy's gonna just ride up my Bohini here, isn't he? Can't see his mirrors that good. Oh, now he's gonna pull in behind me when I got out of your way. But yeah, it's like those Himalayans. They got quirky sounds, and that's just the way they sound. A lot of bikes have strange sounds. It's like you know, the water boxers. You know, they can be clicky clacky sounding sometimes, and some a little louder than others, but they don't ever break. Now there was a time, this is before we became a dealer, but there was a time that there were some sub rockers that were not of the correct hardening, and they were breaking down, and that's a different sound. That's, you know, boxers make clicking and clacking sounds. They always do, always will. But that was different. I only had one that had the failure. And again, that was a model that was out, and that bulletin was out before we became a dealer. In fact, the crazy thing is the bulletin was still active, and we performed the bulletin because, just like the bulletin said, you know, you'd see the hard facing coming off on the sub rockers. And of course, when it does that, it damages the cams. Is this the one where I lose the lane, or is it the next one I lose? I think it's this one. Yep. Well, I'm stuck. I had to go out here and fight my way in. But so anyway, we did it. It was, I don't know, it was like $3,500 parts and labor, and BMW refused it. I forget the reasoning why, but they just refused it. I think it basically said it was an old bulletin, does not apply, even though the bulletin is active. There's no expiration. So yeah, guy got a very expensive cam and sub rocker replacement that was a freebie to him, and definitely not a freebie to us. Very pleasing motorcycle to ride, though. I would flat ride the wheels off of this thing. But I wouldn't need all the suspension, all that stuff of the Rally. I think just the regular old L model. But you do get a bigger gas tank, which is nice. I've gotten used to the cold now. It's not even bothering me. Except for little frozen spots here and there. That's a little unnerving. Absolutely gorgeous out here, though. It's so kind of pretty. It's weird here right in the city. You got little farms here and there. That's so cool. That's Interstate 205. That's what we take every day to work, to and fro. These 100%, they're by no means a winter glove, but they definitely are way warmer than whatever those things with the X on them that I always wear. I mean, the wind just literally flows right through them. That's crazy. There's just those frozen spots still just hanging out. Go out here and bust your behind on this stuff. Good Lord, I have to use the rear brake because it just rides up against that zip tie and the end of the brakes. Lord, that truck came up on me. That's that same daggum sheriff. Oh no, it's not. Remember the beautiful trees that used to be right here? Big old trees were right there. Took them all down. I'd be very upset if I lived in those apartments. Nice shade trees. They were beautiful. And now they're not. They're not at all. Working on his Christmas decorations. Gotta love it. Oh man. Can't take a left here. Oh darn. We'll just have to run through. Oh, we got a gathering going on over here. Oh, I think this kid's going for a walk. I think this GoPro does a way better job facing the sun than I do. I'm just surprised how well you can just beam this thing right into the sun and it handles it. See the sky. He cut in front of us as we were leaving work, and we got hung. That light lasted forever, and I thought, well, he's gone. And then when we got farther down, we take a left, start heading for 205. We passed him taking the left. Oh, and there he is. Sunny day. He don't care how cold it is. He's got really good heated grips, heated seats. Looks like he's got real nice gear he's wearing too, so it might even be heated. I don't know. Well, thanks for going for a prolonged test ride today. Ultimately, I have to say, I would have to ride another one to hear it. That kind of a sound that you hear at a certain speed. I can make my Himalayan do it. I can make my 350 do it. I can make my DR do it. I just don't see that as unusual. But again, I would have to ride one, just another one. It wouldn't have to be a rally. These 300 motors are all essentially the same. But lovely bike, absolutely lovely, very comfortable. Typical Honda. Everything just works well, other than zip tie, but that's not Honda's thing. It's wonderful. Thanks for coming along for the rip. Well, hello there, YouTube. Man, beautiful all the way home. Same thing. Around Castle Rock. No, it was going over the rest area hill. Fog set in. Got gas at GC's and it was just fog. It's fog out there now. Thicker than thieves out there.
Mm-hmm. Colder than heck.
Yeah, I don't know what the
what
the temperature is now.
Stand out there and just
yeah, I stopped at GC's getting gas. And when I get it, my pants are so cold, it's like touching my legs. It's like, dang, that's cold.
Yeah.
But you're sitting in this warm car for over an hour going down the road.
Yeah.
Now I gotta get back out to where we're warm again and get the girls and go inside and do it again.
Well, let's just stay here.
Yes. Roll the seat back. Cuddle in.
There we go.
Well, that was a fun day working on the Spyder. I got just the seat and the trunk to put on the Spyder. That started talking about that 350 or 300 a bunch too, and just got behind it. Just got a couple things to do, about 10 minutes worth of work, and I'll take her for a rip. I want to also make sure his ride height is set on that thing too, because I don't know why the pump failed. Sometimes if they're not set right and they're running too much, that can stop them. You know, it's hard to say. But anyway, on that, we're gonna bounce.
Alrighty, well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give her a thumbs up, and you guys have an amazing Wednesday or Thursday.
Heck yeah. We'll see you on hump day.
Yes.
All right.
See you in the morning.
Thanks for watching now.